It's getting to the pointy end of the QAFL season and the Northern Territory Thunder is on the cusp of making its first final series. But the Thunder has struggled away from home and the club was embroiled in turmoil at the start of the season when senior members quit. Iskander Razak caught up with head coach Murray Davis and player Kenrick Tyrrell just before they flew off to play a crucial game that could define the Thunder's season and possibly the future of the club.
Murray, Kenrick, thank you for talking to us today. Murray, this is a vital game against Aspley. Lose and you pretty much have to win the next two games to make sure that you play the finals, and that means beating the top side Labrador next week. Last year, the club was on the cusp of making the finals as well, but crumbled. What are you doing this time to make sure that the Thunder plays finals football?
Yeah, look, it's a very similar position to last year, and we're hoping that the experiences of those players that are playing this year that were also part of the team last year will hold us in good stead. I think we've probably managed the players throughout the year a lot better. I think the core group of players that we have in this season haven't played as many games back-to-back, and we're sort of hopeful that obviously we have a good win away this weekend and then follow that up with two home games, which is something that we didn't have last year. We didn't finish with two games in Darwin, so we're hoping that those we've had good records in Darwin, and we're hoping we'll keep that intact.
Kenrick, the team has really struggled away from home and in Alice Springs. As a player, why does that keep happening?
I think it'd be easy just to say travelling could sort of take it out of us, and that's why it's harder to win over there, but we don't look at it like that. I think the results have gone down by, there've only been a few goals apart from the Labrador game in Queensland, so I think it's just a bit of coincidence as well. We've played in Alice Springs, we've won 1 out of 4 there, so 2 of them are against 2 of the best sides in the comp as well. So,
well, Murray, you have mentioned experience there, and at the end of last season we had a number of senior players and the senior coach leave. Is team maturity a problem?
Oh, look, I don't think so. I think we've got some terrific leaders this year, and look, the Thunder program's a professional club, and look, it's not for everyone, and that's okay, but it's about finding the right people for this club moving forward as well, and I think we've done that this year, and there may be guys that want to come back to the club next year, and we're sort of hopeful of that.
It's a really long season for a lot of our territory players because they play 12 months of the year, really. Our players feeling fresher this time around?
I think our core group is. I think, yeah, that's a unique situation that this team is in, not to mention the fact that we've got players all over the territory, and we're a territory team, so there's players from Central Australia and Tiwi Islands and Katherine and some of the remote communities as well. So that combined with the fact that you've got players that may be playing 25, 30 games of football back-to-back is something that we have to be managed.
It is naturally a fractured squad, I guess, because you've got NTFL players, CAFL players, bush players that you mentioned, language barriers, distance barriers. How do you manage that and create a team from that?
Yeah, look, it's a credit to the playing group and probably the support staff and also the leadership group that bring all that together. And look, it's challenging, and there's a lot of challenges in any football club, but that's fairly unique to this team.
Kenrick, as a player on the ground, what does it feel like? Is this a territory side, a side for Territorians, or a side that's still trying to inspire Territorians?
It's definitely a territory side, yeah. Every time we cross the white line, it's like a brotherhood out there. Obviously we've got a few players from interstate, but that's a minority, and doesn't matter whether you're from Alice Springs or Groote Island, we all step over that line as a brotherhood and play for each other and play for the state.
Murray, membership numbers aren't what we would hope. At the start of the season, the Thunder had an aim, and when the season began, that aim hadn't been reached yet. But everyone loves a winner. So how important for the future of the club is it that the Thunder plays consistently in the finals?
Yeah, look, winning's a big part of this football club, and it's got so many objectives that we're trying to meet. It's engagement of these players in the remote communities, having players use the Thunder as a pathway onto bigger and better things in the AFL. It's providing work opportunities for the players as well. So they're all objectives that we're trying to meet, but winning is a big part of that as well, and certainly that's our aim for this year. We narrowly missed out last year, and we'll be aiming to go one better this year, and be a part of that final five, and then as all those know that play football, funny things can happen, so we'll see how far we can go.
You mentioned pathways. That's a big aim of the Thunder program, to get territory players that bigger game experience and then get them noticed by the bigger competitions, including the AFL. Who in the squad is getting some AFL attention?
Yeah, look, it's been pretty good this year again. We've had some of the younger guys that are coming through, Dion Munkara, David Cruz, young Stephen May that's played a number of games with us, has been signed to the new Gold Coast Suns team, so that's terrific for the club. Hampton and Sean Edwards have signed with GWS and will go down there next season as well. So that's terrific to already have 3 players onto AFL lists already. So that's prior to the draft even happening.
Winning comes with consistency and consistent leadership. Will you be back next year?
Yeah, look, I'm contracted for the club next season, which I'm really looking forward to. We're only a young club. A lot of people forget that we're only in our second year of the QAFL competition. The competition itself is heading big places. There's talk about a northern football comp with Gold Coast coming in and being involved in that, and I'm certainly looking forward to being a part of that in 2011.
So bigger things to come, hey?
Yeah, exactly. Look, I think it's been a real positive year for us, and despite where we finish, I mean, we're certainly aiming to play finals, but there's been lots of positive stories come out of the season thus far.
Well, Murray, Kenrick, thank you very much for talking to State Line.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Iskander Razak reporting there.